Okay, so we're gonna put a new timing set in. To do that, we need to line this one up with this one. There's little marks on them. See if I can show you. So this timing mark with this timing mark right here, we need them to face each other. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rotate the engine over, line them up, and then we're gonna see if we can break these off here. So we got the timing mark here lined up with this one here. Question is, can we break the bolts loose without rotating it too much? I need a screwdriver. I think we did pretty good on that one. We're a little off, but it's pretty close. Now we can see if the sprocket will go. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought. Okay. All right, we'll clean up this mating surface the best as we can. Just using a little razor, the scraper. And I'm just gonna go along the mating surface real lightly and try to get all this gunk cleaned out of the way so that we can have a nice tight seal when we put our new one in. Okay guys, so I went ahead and stuffed some rags down on the bottom of that, as you can see, because it's wanting to, when I scrape this, it's wanting to fall into the oil pan, which I'm going to take out and replace the gasket anyway, but I'm just trying to reduce the amount of stuff that gets down in there. Right now I'm going to shoot this thing with some degreaser. Let that do its thing, and then we'll come back and wipe it off real good. Okay, so that's been sitting on there for about a minute or two. I'm gonna go ahead and start wiping off this mating surface. Look at that. Stuff works great. Okay guys, I'm gonna clean this with some brake cleaner real quick. A lot of brake cleaner. Let that sit for a second, and then I'll wipe it off, and we'll lay down a bead of our TV and start installing our new gasket. Okay, so our mating surface is pretty clean. Looks like I still have a little bit right there. I just really can't get into it very well. The water pump is in the way. Definitely easier to do this without that, but I didn't want to take it off. It's brand new, just got installed. Don't really want to go get new coolant if I don't have to, so we're just gonna seal it up the way she is. Okay, before we can install the timing cover, we actually need to pop this seal out right here. I'm gonna try to knock it out from the back side, and we'll see how that works. Okay, so the gasket's out. We're gonna clean this up and put the new one in. So this is our little Felpro kit that we got for the timing cover. So we got our main gasket, our seal, some RTV. I'm not sure what this is. I don't think that I have one on my Jeep, so I guess I'll set that to the side. We'll lube this up just a little bit, tap this in, and then we'll put the gasket in. I'm gonna RTV one side, stick it in on the Jeep, and then RTV the cover and put that over the top.
That ring, I believe, is just used to pop out the old seal. I just used a flathead screwdriver and a hammer, and it came out just fine.
Now I need to find a piece of wood. So right now, I guess I pushed it in there a little bit. Okay, we'll leave that alone. You have a flat side, and then you have a side that is has an indent all the way around it. The flat side goes out. Set our piece of wood here, and we will give it a couple smacks. Okay, our seal is installed. Okay, we're gonna put a thin layer of RTV around that. We're gonna use the right stuff. We'll find out if it is. What I like about it, it has the trigger, you can just pull on it. Okay, I'm going to spread that around really quick with my finger. Okay, now we'll go to the engine side. I decided I was just going to RTV this gasket and throw it on there. This is set up just the way we're looking at it, like this. So I'm going to pop this gasket in, and then probably should install that timing chain. Just going to drop some oil on this. Okay, so I got it started on there, but I can't get it on there all the way. I'm going to go ahead and throw this timing chain on. Looks like our marks are just a little off here.
I just wanted to go over this with you really quick. I filmed this on my phone, and the timing marks don't really look lined up on the phone itself. But if you turn your head just a little bit sideways right here, you can actually tell that that little dot on the smaller sprocket is actually right behind that sprocket spoke, and they are lined up almost perfectly.
Pointing at each other. Let's see if we can cinch her down. Okay, we finally got her on there all the way. Just as a quick reference, it is much tighter than what was on there before.
This is just a short clip of what the old timing chain looked like. It was extremely loose, pretty incredible.
So now we need to tighten this up. We'll torque it, and then we'll throw our cover on. All right, so that's tight. Let's throw our gasket in. Take our timing cover. I already installed the tensioner or whatever that is, guide. Put some oil in here.
I was having some trouble getting that timing cover on right here. Basically, the oil pan gasket was getting in the way on the bottom of the timing cover, so you need to slide the bottom of the timing cover over that first and then put your bolts in.
Okay guys, I figured out why we weren't fitting on there. The gasket in the oil pan was in the way. Just had to push it, the bottom in first. Okay guys, so never find that again. Made a little bit of a mistake here. These are pretty dirty. I'm gonna clean these up, and then I'm gonna put some thread locker on them. We're gonna just use some blue Loctite. So I got a little nervous and I thought maybe I made a mistake when I put the timing cover on. I was thinking maybe it was difficult because of that tensioner being where, you know, trying to get it under the chain. And no, the tensioner goes on top, just so you guys know. So you have your timing cover, the tensioner's on the top of the chain.
I was actually talking about the timing guide.
Let's put a little bit of this on here. Throw this in. Just cross thread them. Will never come out. So the little bolts for your timing cover are actually 3/8. In case you didn't know, I was using a 10. It's kind of loose on the 10. All right, now it's time to torque these guys up. We'll just start with the big ones. 195 is what is supposed to be. Inch pounds, by the way. Well, looks like, oh, that one needs it. There we go. 60 on the little guys. Okay, got them all. Now we're gonna throw our harmonic balancer back on there. I oiled it inside and outside. Okay, that was a lot more work than I thought it would be to get this back on there. Basically had to tap it in place with a hammer lightly. Until I could get it far enough on that I could get enough threads. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna finish tightening this up and then I'll torque it down too.